this is our factorization series, so we are going to continue with factorization involving trinomials. Factorization involving trinomials. So here we have three sums that we're going to factorize. After this, I will give you also the sums you need to factorize. How do we go about factorizing trinomials? Trinomials means it has three sections separated by plus or minus. And the highest degree or the highest degree of the exponent involved is always 2. That is how you know that you're dealing with trinomial. Like I said previously, when you have any expression and you are asked to factorize, the first thing you must always do is check if there's a common factor. There's a here, there's a here, there's no a here. Certainly, we cannot apply common factor factorization here. So the next thing we do is check if it is difference of two squares. No, there's a square here, there's no square here. So we go to the next. So how do we factorize this? We take the middle number, which is -7, and the last number. The focus for factorizing is based on these two. I will show you the second method when we get to the third question also, but I want to use this. We always check two numbers that when we add them, it gives us this middle number, which is -7. What are those two numbers that we can add? We can add -3 plus -4. It gives us the middle number. -6 plus -1 gives us the middle number. But it is not just addition for the middle number. Those two numbers that you used, you should also be able to multiply both of them to give you the last one. For instance, the first two that I chose is -3 and -4 will give us -7. But -3 times -4. -3 times -4 will give us +12. So definitely -3 and -4 are not the factors. So we move on. If we choose -6 and -1, -6 and -1 will give us the middle number addition, but will the multiplication give us the last number? No. -6, -1 gives us +6. So this is the test thing that you must check. If it doesn't conform, then you can't use those two numbers. So it must satisfy both conditions. So let's say let's choose -5 and -2. -5 plus -2 will give me -7. -5 times -2 will give me +10. This way I know that I've gotten the real factors. So I will break this A into two brackets and then add those two numbers. I said -5 and -2. So I have factorized this. So this is how to factorize. So those two numbers are, when you add them, it gives you the middle number. When you multiply them, it gives you the last number. Those are the factors of that trinomial. Let's look at the second one also. Same approach. Break down your y for the two brackets. Now we are looking for those two numbers that when we add them, it gives us the middle number. When we multiply them, it gives us the last number. So what are those two numbers? So we look at -6, -2 will give us -8 definitely. But the question is, will it give us -20? -6, -2 times -2 gives us +12. So that will not. So you keep trying this. Yes, you may think it's trial and error, but with time and with constant practice, you will learn how to go straight to the needed numbers. So here, if we want to factorize, we take out -10 plus 2. Remember, it mustn't have the same sign. -10 plus 2 gives me -8. Now, -10 times +2 gives me -20. So my factors will be -10 and +2. So you make sure that it satisfies both conditions. So whatever you are doing, the values you choose must satisfy both the middle and the last condition. And then you break down the first one into two brackets. Now the question is, what if we have something like this in question number 3? What if we have something like this? Because we cannot easily break down, we don't have a squared or x squared, we have a coefficient that is not 1 on the variable with the highest degree of exponent, which is 2 for trinomials. Now we cannot easily break this down into 2 because we don't know which one should go where. So that brings us to the ultimate, I call it the ultimate method because you can also use it to solve this. So what we do is take the first one, break it down into 2 the factors or the prime factors that will give us the original. So 3x times x will definitely give us 3x squared. So remember, we are breaking it down into the 2 factors that will still be multiplied to give us the original. Ignore the middle one, go to the last also, and break it down. Also, 1 times 2 will give us 2. Remember, ignore the middle one. Ignore the middle one. Break down the first one and the last one. That is the approach. Now, after breaking them down, cross multiply. Cross multiply and check the product of your cross multiplication. If you multiply here, you will see that x times 1 will give you x. 3x times 2 will give me 6x. Now, add up the products of your cross multiplication. Add them up and see if it gives you the middle one. You must play around with the sign and make sure it gives you the middle one. This is what we have not done here. This is negative 2. But we have 1 times 2, which is positive 2. So in checking out this, we must make sure that we also give this man what is due to him in order to get what we want in the middle. So if you check here, if we add negative to 1, then this becomes negative x. Now we are certain that 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. We have satisfied this man. 3x times x is 3x squared. Now that we have this, we add up this. And whatever we add up here must give us a middle term. If it doesn't give us a middle term, then we have not factorized properly. So we check negative 6 plus negative x plus 6 is 5x. Because this is negative 1x plus 6x, 5x. Is that what we have in the middle? That is good. If that is what we have in the middle, then our factor will be this. So we have 3x minus 1 and x plus 2. So our factors is 3x minus 1 and x plus 2. So we have factorized this. There are cases where you see that you put 2 here and put negative 1 here and it's not working. You keep trying this, but like I told you, with practice, you just get better. But you keep trying this and keep twisting it around until the product gives you the product gives you the middle term. That is when you will know that you have factorized properly. If the product is not giving you the middle term, then you have not done the proper job. So this is how to factorize trinomials. If you have any question, please do not hesitate to ask. I'm going to give you a few sums that I want you to practice with, and let's see how far you can go. If you have challenges, we can take it up from there. Okay, the first that I want you is 10p squared plus 7x plus 10 factorize. The second is factorize x squared minus 12p plus 32. And the third that I want you to factorize is 5x squared minus 13x plus 32. 5x squared minus 13x plus 32. So factorize these three and let me know if you're experiencing any challenge, and then we can take it up from there. So this is for trinomial factorization. Thank you.